Ew, what stinks in here? The Litterbox is the part of the show where we dig through the stupid news from the week and I bring you only the best stuff. That way you don't have to spend all your time reading stupid news. Trust me, I'll catch you up on what's important. And we're going to start in Perth, Australia, where a boys' school, they've made an affront to my people, to my kind. Let me show you a little something before we get into the story. This is the only professional family photo my family ever took, ever. My brother's not even born yet, but this is probably like circa 95, probably. I just want to point out, check out how gorgeous my mullet is. I know it's kind of hard to see because I grew up in a trailer park in the 90s. This photo was damaged in an above ground pool flood. So that's what we're dealing with here. So it's kind of hard to see, but I've got a gorgeous mullet. My dad also just has a killer mullet. We were looking good. This is the stock I come from. These are my people, all right? Well, this school in Perth, Australia has decided that the mullet is no longer going to be allowed at their school. So it's a boys' school for boys 4 to 12 called Trinity College. And the statement read, quote, "Mullets are untidy, non-conventional, and not acceptable." Ooh, not acceptable. Okay, let me ask you something then, just real quick, since we're on the topic. I'm gonna show you a video, and I just want you to tell me if you feel anything. Just anything. Tell me that this is not acceptable. All right, boom. There he is. That's the man of my dreams. I saw him on TikTok. His name is Jordan Cottee. He flips the cigarette, then he opens up the beer with his mouth. Shake out that mullet, honey. And then watch, he does the twisteroo, twister beer, drains the whole thing in like 2 seconds. I don't know what it is. I think maybe growing up in a trailer park in the 90s, but there's something deep in me that is into this in a big way. So if you look like this and you're single and you're not interested in my God, the open relationships. What is wrong with you people? And you like thick boys with a nerdy vibe, you hit me up. Oh, by the way, it turns out Jordan Cottee, he's Australian. Jordan, they're obviously hostile to mullets out there. If you would like to be on 90 Day Fiance, hit me up. Me and you, baby, we're gonna be on 90 Day Fiance. I'm gonna bring you here. I'm gonna treat you real good. Your mullet is welcome in this country. USA, USA. God bless you, Jordan. All right, moving on. There's a new Batman animated something coming. I think it's a 2-part movie series. So we're getting the first part this spring or summer. It's called Batman: The Long Halloween. It's based on a comic book series from 96 and 97. There were 13 issues of it, but it's like a real dark, gritty take. And they say that Harvey Dent and his transformation in The Long Halloween is what inspired the Dark Knight Harvey Dent. So, ooh, I'm excited for this. But here's the thing. They announced the cast finally, and this is crazy. One of the very last performances from the late Glee star, Naya Rivera. We've talked about her before. She was on Glee. She got into a boating accident with her son. It sounds like her son was out swimming. She swam out to get him back, and then she was just so tired lifting him into the boat, she couldn't get in herself, and unfortunately she drowned. That happened last July. I know, so many crazy things happened not even a year ago. But this will be like one of her last projects. She was working on it for a long time. She plays Catwoman in Batman: The Long Halloween. We also have Supernatural's Jensen Ackles coming in as Batman. And, oh, you little puddin' pop, you gorgeous little pie. I just want to squeeze that beautiful face of his. Josh Duhamel. Josh Duhamel will be playing Harvey Dent. Ooh. So like I said, this will be a 2-part series. The first part, they said, is going to be dropping late spring, early summer sometime. They haven't announced officially yet. But I'll watch pretty much anything Batman. Anything Batman, anything Spider-Man. Your boy is ready for it. Oh, it's going to be so good. And finally, Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I might be the leader of the free world. Joe Biden's dogs bit again. I talked about this morning on Morning Announcements. Joe Biden's dogs bit someone again. His dog Major specifically. I think Champ's fine. I don't think that Champ's been up to any bad business. He knows the ropes. Major, on the other hand, he's having some hard times adjusting to the White House living. Joe Biden had to send his dogs back to Delaware for training after they bit a White House staffer and they required some medical care. So they went there for 2 weeks, came back to the White House where they've been living. Well, Champ struck again. Not Champ, excuse me. Major struck again. He was walking on the South Lawn when he bit an unknown person. I haven't been able to find an update. I don't believe we know who it is. And they said, out of an abundance of caution, they went to the medical center. And I'm just like, an abundance of caution? So he had to go to the doctor and have a bite checked out. It's cool, let's just say it. And I just think it's bad news to be having a dog around that's biting so many times. Okay, so now I did this, like I said, I did this story this morning on Morning Announcements. And I had some people message me, because I do try to stay pretty apolitical in my entertainment life, because I understand that I don't necessarily have all of the same opinions or ideas as the people who watch my show, and I don't want to alienate anybody. But somebody came out and they were like, ugh, you're being so political, trashing Biden like this. I liked it better when you weren't political. Okay. Let me explain something to you. I go where the gossip is. I go where the hot drama is. It doesn't matter. I don't care if it's a left wing, right wing, a middle wing. I don't know. I don't care what kind of anybody. Celebrity, politician, the lady down the street, that raccoon that keeps getting into the garbage can. I want to know everyone's business. Thank you. I follow the fire. Thank you so much. Let me explain to you what it would sound like if I was being political. Let me just quickly put on my political pundit disguise. Okay, now let me tell that story again as if I were telling it politically. Socialist dictator Joe Biden, well, should I say Joe Biden? Yeah, I use the same joke again, I don't care. Joe Biden just can't seem to keep the White House secure. Because for a second time, his angry, vicious mongrel mutt that he just had to bring with him, President Trump never had a dog. President Trump never had a dog that bit everybody. But Joe Biden has a dog that's bit somebody twice. 200% rise in dog attacks in the White House since Joe Biden became the president. Okay? And if he's gonna keep bringing this dog, which by the way is of German descent, I'll go ahead and let you decide what that means. This is an affront to our democracy. Ladies and gentlemen, open your eyes, ladies and gentlemen, because there are only ladies and only gentlemen. Open your eyes, okay? Because I don't know how many more things we've got to take sitting down like this before we realize we're living in a communist state. All right. Now, I don't plan on doing that to you ever again. I don't know who took over my body. I think it was Ann Coulter. I have no idea. Somebody took over my body. That's what it sounds to be too political. So yes, on this show, I am going to make jokes about politicians. I'm going to make jokes about the politicians you don't like. I'm going to make jokes about the politicians you do like because I think they are as fair game as celebrities. It is what it is. I would be ridiculous to say that they're for some reason higher and holier than anybody else, that they shouldn't be made fun of. I feel like they're the people we should make the most fun of. They work for me. I'm their boss. They're supposed to do what I say. They don't. But, you know, I don't feel too bad for politicians. You shouldn't either. And just know that we don't get political on here outside of to make fun of any politician who does something stupid. All right, that's what we're here for. That's the long con here. So I apologize to any Joe Biden German Shepherd bite fanatics out there who thought that it was an affront to Joe Biden. It was not. It's not an affront to anyone except to, actually, it is an affront to Major. Major, you have got to stop biting people, bro. That is enough. And that is the Litterbox.